Okay, this is April 13th, 2021 here in Kitchener, Ontario, Zone 5. And I'm here with a patio garden update. I'm doing a little bit of a harvest. I've got my harvest bowl here, and I've already gone through and grabbed a lot of stuff. But I thought before I finish, we could take a look at some of the plants and how I'm harvesting them. So here I've got a few little survivor kales, and I've already picked those as clean as I want to. I've got all kinds of red Russian and Scotch kale baby greens in my bowl here. Over on the other side here, I've got all kinds of little onions and leeks maybe, or garlic, and also some garlic mustard. We've got this lovage here, and so in the case of the onions and the leeks, I've been kind of going through and looking at, see, that does not have a brown tip. This is just starting to develop a bit of a brown tip. So if the onion greens have a bit of a brown tip on them, I'm just taking that, just taking the outer leaves, and I've got all kinds of them in my bowl here, all kinds of leek greens that I've collected so far. I'm not going to take any of this garlic mustard. I'm kind of waiting for, if we look right in there, we can probably see some. I'm kind of waiting for the flower heads to form on these. This is probably one on the way right here. These ones aren't very full, but I've got other ones in the yard that I can collect from. We've got this lovage plant here. I think that's how you say it. Lovage maybe? I don't know. This is sort of like it's like a perennial celery, and I'm going to take some of that. As I look through here, can I see a good opportunity? Maybe right there. Take that one. A little bit of lovage. That stuff's pretty strong, so a little goes a long way. We'll go further out into the yard here. It looks like I could take a little bit of greens from those leeks, but they're kind of, back there out of reach, and I don't want to really want to reach or mess with them. Coming around to the raised beds here. Looks like I could take some of this parsley. Get in there. Just take a few sprigs of parsley. And I've already, I've been pretty much through here. Here's the garlic mustard as it's growing, and as we look in, there's a few flower tips coming up. This sort of more lime green, bright lime green growth is a flower tip. There's one. So I'm going to let those get bigger. So I look through here if there were any of a kind of a more mature size. I've mostly already taken there were a few larger ones in here. And I've taken a lot of these leaves. Here's an example just growing in the ground. As this is a wild weed, it should be growing in the ground, or you should expect to find it growing in the ground. So let's take that tip there. That one looks like a nice one. Get down pretty low. I'll take that much. And actually, I'll just trim that up in my harvest bowl here. So now that's a nice little sprout. And I'm going to eat the leaves as well, but just nice to have them separate off the sprout. And these will just continue to get bigger, so I can keep coming back to this clump and harvesting. There's some rhubarb back there. I'm not going to mess with that. As we come through here, here is a little bit of bloody dock, or I think it's also called red veined sorrel. I'll take a few of these larger leaves from him. Lots of rhubarb here. Not going to take that. I'm not going to mess with that bed. And it looks like over here we've got I'm sure if I look through here I can find some more of this garlic mustard florets. Now, I don't have to use the scissors. I can just do this by hand. Okay, so there's a nice one. And I want to take those leaves off. I'm going to keep the leaves, I'm going to enjoy them. But there's a nice little sprout. And definitely the florets have a different taste than the leaves. They're a nice complement to each other, so it's good to have both. And this is all, I could just take, I mean, I could vary, why not just? I could just go like that. Get a big clump of this stuff coming out. Don't have to be so fussy, right? But this just means I've kind of, by doing it one-handed, I've kind of lost a lot of this. Anyway, and that'll just regrow, whatever. I didn't harm the plant too badly there. So just a quick harvest of some of my spring green. Looks like I could take a few more greens off this guy, this Scotch kale here. Take those two. Okay, one-handed harvest. Let's see if that's not too terrible of a video. See you in the next one.